World News in 5.
Right now.
News and developments making headlines around the world in 5 minutes. World News in 5. Here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service.
Good day. This is World News in 5 here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service. Following the opening of checkpoints in northern Gaza, tens of thousands of Palestinians stormed back to their homes more than 15 months since the Israel-Hamas war. The Palestinians were hoping to find their homes intact, but much of the region has been reduced to rubble during the missile and drone attacks instigated by Israel against Hamas outposts and buildings. Around 1 million people were displaced in the northern part of the city since October of 2023, forcing them to seek shelter further south of Gaza. Their return to Gaza City comes after a 6-week ceasefire between Israel and Hamas, which started on January 19th. The suspension of hostilities resulted in the release of 7 hostages by Hamas, all of whom were women, while Israel freed 300 Palestinian prisoners. United States President Donald Trump urged the countries of Jordan and Egypt to accept more displaced Palestinians, but both countries declined. Over 150,000 customers are still without electricity in the Republic of Ireland following the unprecedented damage caused by Storm Éowyn. Ireland's National Meteorological Service, Met Éireann, recorded winds clocking 183 kilometers per hour in its Macehead station in County Galway. State-owned water utility company Wishy Éireann said most of the areas that remain without power, rather water, are in the western side of Ireland, including the counties of Clare, Cavan, Donegal, Galway, Meath, and Monaghan. Power provider ESB Networks said, due to the extent of the damage, electricity to a vast majority of its customers may be restored before the weekend. During the peak of the storm, over 750,000 people were affected by the power outage. And news from the Philippines Foreign Service posts, Philippine Ambassador to the State of Qatar, His Excellency Mardomel Chelo Melicor, presented his letter of credence to His Highness Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani, the Emir of the State of Qatar, in a reception ceremony held at the Amiri Diwan on the 27th of January. The presentation of credentials marked the formal commencement of Ambassador Melicor's tenure as the head of the Philippine diplomatic mission in Doha. During the ceremony, Ambassador Melicor conveyed the warm greetings of President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. and the Filipino people to His Highness the Emir and the friendly people of the State of Qatar. He also affirmed his commitment to enhancing the robust diplomatic relations between the two countries through the conclusion and implementation of mutually beneficial programs and agreements. The ceremony began with a procession from the ambassador's residence to Amiri Diwan, where he was received by the commander of the Guard of Honor. This was followed by the inspection ceremony at the inner yard of the Amiri Diwan, where the Army Musical Band played Lupang Hinirang, and As-Salam Al-Amiri, the respective national anthems of the Philippines and Qatar. Ambassador Melicor was accompanied by his spouse, Villarey Hope Noro Melicor. The day prior, Ambassador Melicor provided a copy of his credentials to the Minister of State for Foreign Affairs, His Excellency Sultan bin Saad bin Sultan Al Moraiki. And that concludes today's edition of World News in 5. For Radyo Pilipinas World Service, this is Leo Magpayo. Good day.
World News in 5.
Right now.
News and developments making headlines around the world in 5 minutes. World News in 5. Here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service.